let's go into those, the 7 processes that you were talking about.
Yeah, the 7 key principles to cancer therapy evolved over 30 plus years of working in oncology. And I believe that all the listeners should take these 7 key principles, whether they are diagnosed with cancer, whether they are in remission of cancer, or for prevention and wellness. I myself follow these 7 key principles. Number 1 is non-toxic cancer therapy. So for many years, Dr. Jockers, I'm like, why should I be doing non-toxic cancer therapy? I'm not diagnosed with cancer. But then it dawned upon me, because all of us are forming, 100, 150 cancer cells a day, right? So it's wise to do non-toxic cancer therapy. Secondly is immunomodulation. That's upregulating your immune system, because cancer cells are very smart. We can have good white blood cells, good lymphocytes, but the cancer cells are able to shield or hide themselves from immune recognition. So we really have to target the immune system in multiple ways, because cancer is, as we know, a multifactorial disease, and we have to outsmart cancer. There's a doctor, Dr. Sledge. He's at Stanford now. He's head of clinical oncology at Stanford, and he was a former head of the American Cancer Society. And he said, very simply, he said, there's smart cancers and stupid cancers. 90+% of the cancers are smart cancer. 90+%. So we have to have a therapeutic strategy that outsmarts the cancer. And this is where the 7 key principles comes into play. Non-toxic cancer therapy, immunomodulation. The third one is full spectrum nutrition. You're an expert on nutrition, and I'm sure you've taught your viewers so much about this. Detoxification is very important. And I always say, a negative thought can kill you faster than a bad germ. So one of the main areas we have to detoxify are our thoughts and conflicts and traumas in our lives. Don't forget about detoxing the dental oral terrain, metal fillings, cavitations, root canals, and periodontal disease. And the next key principle is oxygenation. We know very well that cancer is a low temperature disease. It's an acidic disease. It's a inflammatory disease, and it's a low oxygen disease, right? So if we just take those 4 things and work on increasing our body temperature, because most chronically ill patients and cancer patients have lower than normal body temperature. If we decrease inflammation, like things like fasting, if we also improve our immune system and oxygenate and decrease acidity, that's a great first step. And then the 6th key principle is restoring the microbiome. And again, that's not only the gut microbiome, another one of your expertise, right, Dr. Jocker? And nowadays, I don't say that it's the gut-brain connection. I say it's the gut-everything connection. And so, working on that microbiome is so important. Don't forget the external microbiome, the skin. Everything that touches the skin is absorbed into the bloodstream and is going to tax the liver, the biggest organ of detoxification. And then the last of the 7 key principles, which I think it's the most important one, and it's actually the subject of my next book coming out in 2024, it's the emotional and spiritual aspect of cancer. And we have a program at Hope4Cancer called the BEST program, Behavioral, Emotional, and Spiritual Therapy. So to summarize this, healing is in a downward causation. If we have a triangle, the upper part of that triangle is the spiritual. Then as we go down, we have the mental, emotional, and at the base of that triangle is the physical. So this is the priority in my experience of how healing happens on a downward causation. Of course, medicine is totally upside down now, isn't it? Right? It's all about the body. It's about treating the tumor in the person, but not the person with the tumor. And so that entails the 7 key principles. And I advise Dr. Jockers, every patient, to wake up in the morning. All of us, I do it myself. I wake up in the morning and then I think, what can I do better today of these 7 key principles? Well, I didn't really walk. I didn't exercise. I didn't do my deep breathing exercises. So today, I'm going to step it up with my oxygenation, right? And so you say your prayer in the morning and thank God for another day. And then think, what can I do better today? And that'll get you far, because at the end of the year, wow, you've done a lot for your health.
That's a great mindset. You know, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a footstep, right? Just taking the next step forward and doing that every single day. And I know you go through those 7 principles in detail in your first book, Hope for Cancer, which people can get, and we'll have a link for it. Great book, Hope for Cancer, just like his clinics, Hope, and then the number 4, Cancer. And so real powerful stuff.